for Thunder Predator?
It's not the easiest AM game I've ever seen. LaNm is really good against AM once he gets his bling. Storm, you know, can go either way. If you get a fast orchid, then AM can be in trouble. And the throw AM matchup also is absolutely horrendous for AM. They picked it as a counter to Storm, but it's not an easy AM game, like, at all.
Fair enough. I mean, it was a very confident pick in the draft. They pretty much insta-picked it at the end. So Thunder Predator, they still seem very confident with it.
The thing is, AM does actually lane dead well against Timber, so we can already see him here struggling quite a bit, low half health, and it's not going to get easier as the levels in reactive armor get higher, and he gets his orb of corrosion. AM is going to struggle in this lane.
But he is seeing it, like I said. Alt lane.
Oh, do I have
like Frank ended up getting a little bit low. And there was an Earth Spike out by Mad. Because he's got Monet on the troll with MoOz on the cusp. So I wonder with this bottom lane, in fact, hold that thought, because top lane, Phoenix going to drop very, very low, but not quite enough to die.
Fairy Fire meta. Everybody and their mom has a Fairy Fire attached. Oh! Going in again though.
Nice chains in from XXS. He secures the first plus for Aster. That was pretty much a max range chain. That level 1 chain, and very nice XXS. Very calculated.
Perfect start for him, using all his mana as well. So he can't get mana. How do you say? Mana broken. Wind range a little bit of trouble here, but there's wind run.
Alright, he'll turn around onto White Album.
Be careful here.
Another attack out. White Album going to keep going. The T1 tower, not going to be enough. Eventually they'll get the kill, but White Album definitely getting the much better end of the trade. Leo, very confident to run back in like that.
Yeah, Leostyle did not expect the double overload attack here, but it's not the worst ever. Like, he still gets the goal from the kill at least, and he will be able to just play the lane fine. It's not like he just got a solo kill and nothing happened.
Certainly. That mid matchup as well, like, do you give the advantage to the Wind Ranger, or do you think White Album should have the advantage on this Storm?
Hold that thought really quick. Tank coming out. Snowball. Easy kills. Regarding the matchup, Storm Spirit generally dominates Wind Ranger come mid game. Mating phase is a little rough for him sometimes, but as soon as he just ticks, you can't die at all. Low again.
Top lane is this top lane's really rough. I mean, you've said it many times, but MoOz is not. He's farming, but they are losing a lot of HP, going through a lot of regen to be able to sustain themselves in this lane. It really is not getting any easier. It's
only gonna get harder.
Worse.
Yep. For sure. And the Storm pick, you know, even though there's a counter by AM, he is completely free otherwise. And we have
good lane. White Album. He's gonna turn around. He's salving up. Leo, snowball chat. MoOz is gonna try and save the day. White Album will go down.
You're dead.
Oh, MoOz. Just classic
nice
MoOz
rotation here. Otherwise, he would have died there on the Wind Ranger and solo kill for the Storm. And this is really the hero they need to shut down. Because he's the guy that's gonna make all the moves with a fast orchid. He's the guy Wind Ranger is afraid of. Because you're itemizing into Maelstrom most of the time, into BKB, but the orc timing is much sooner than your BKB is. So that's why Wind Ranger is always having a tough time against Storm. These kills certainly help with that.
Very important. Being said, Leo is going to run all the way back to the fountain. MoOz will take over the mid lane for a bit. Still looking at that top lane. XXS is having a great old time with the Timber, and bot lane, Earth Spike. To fly out onto Frank. Frank hexed up as well, not looking too healthy, and they drop. They have the damage. They should. He'll eat another Fairy Fire and will get out. Frank, he'll survive. Aster, unwilling to dive the tier 1.
Telling you, man, Fairy Fire meta. Everybody's juking the last couple of hits with that. It's been paying off so many times throughout this whole DPC.
Now MoOz comes in. Let's find over that 5-minute bounty rune, but here comes Frank with the rock buckle. Now the shards out, just blocking the way. Matt will at least deny it all. He will get the deny, gets the hex out. He's going to go for a run, but MoOz does have the snowball to make sure he secures the kill.
It's just one up. People snow.
Denying the bounty rune here because he didn't expect to get the hex off. Just came off cooldown. Better be safe than sorry. And the Tusk gets both bounty runes. It's farming, sort of. Well, not really free farming. Let's say farming. Doing okay for himself.
Yeah, considering the circumstances. XXS, he's completely out of mana. They're going to try and get a bit of damage out. Not going to be too much, of course, reactive armor. A little bit too much armor on this Timber, but I suppose as long as XXS doesn't have mana available freely, it's going to be a little bit safer in this lane.
Yeah, that's where people consider AM to be quite easy against Timbersaw, simply because Timber can't really be the aggressor in the lane until he gets a Soul Ring, of course. She now has a little bit
Could be worse. Oh, wait,
Mid lane, Leo.
I don't need to brag.
And MoOz
I've had
again,
others sing
setting
my
up a White
praises.
Album. He's still not, well, he actually is level 6. He's just out of mana.
Not even, he was just completely locked down with a shackle shot and then snowball. Maybe he was farming a camp, couldn't exactly see what happened, but unusual to die against this combination.
Now bot lane, MoOz, great rotation again right onto Monet. He is not level 6 yet. He'll get the whirling axes out, a great shot. Not going to be enough. Frank, zipping from way long away, and they will get the kill. Now the Shackles Leo. He will rotate and make sure they get a great trade out. White Album will run, but he's got mana. Do it the lazy way and just zip away. They got the troll.
Grab weight. It's looking okay, interesting chain here. Maybe he thought he was level 25 there for a second.
Yeah,
But yeah,
maybe.
the pressure on aim is really mounting here. He's feeling the pain right now. He's still having a decent game though, so his Battlefield timing shouldn't be too late. But again, fast Orchid on Storm is very problematic. However, he has been quite shut down on their Storm Spirit.
So
You're
trying to get
so damn
aggressive.
dead, I
Mad
shoot you
is
again.
around. He'll just drain some mana. Even bring the
Radiant's
DP
middle
back
tower
up, LaNm.
is under
He's going to
attack.
join in, but LaNm, he just seems fine. He's got the blink up. He could just blink at any moment.
Dyer's courier
A
has
lot
been
of
killed.
rotations to try and secure an AM kill, and now they get the silence on the Phoenix, but where is he? He's just going to walk away.
Yeah, he's still got a big stick as well. Oh, he's got to be careful there. A lot of counterplay potential.
A lot of wasted time here for Aster at that top
Dyer's
lane.
middle tower is under attack.
But you can just see this aim is not comfortable at all. He's always sitting at half health, and he can't harass the Timbersaw at all. He's always at full health on the Timbersaw. He'll probably need a rotation from the Wind Ranger soon. With that Javelin and Focus Fire, he'll definitely be able to bring down the Timbersaw.
Again, Nino's going to be chased a little bit. Chakram's out. He'll just blink away. Lock him down. Actually, just taunting them.
Yeah, well, if you can't farm it, he's going to cause some mental damage.
Yeah. No, not. Just have a bit of a dance at that top lane. Now there's a bit of a group up. Under Predator, they've got
3
two
heroes
heroes
up.
up there. Or now with the TP in.
He has Rolling Thunder.
Mad, gonna be targeted. Sharp off the mark. MoOz still gonna chase him down. Does have the tag team. He might actually reach him as well. Mad is gonna be able to get away, but now the swashbuckle and rolling is gonna be catched.
Nice impale.
Nice stun. MoOz is out of there. Back down to the bot lane.
So, being at level 6, with +1 they could potentially be able to kill this troll. They will need the Wind Ranger, who is so far being quite passive. He's kind of just chilling in mid lane farming. His BKB queued up right now.
You say passive,
Dyer's
he has
middle
got
tower
full
is under
skills.
attack.
Sure, but it was mostly because people rotated and went to his lane.
That's fair.
Tis mine.
I really would like to see him rotate to the Timbersaw and kill him with potentially... we have to see if he's gonna assemble the Maelstrom or not. Probably will. So the BKB queued up. Maybe it was another debate for me.
Right, Album. But he is going to zip in onto the Mango, but a nice snowball again. MoOz saves the day onto the Storm. They won't have the lockdown, and instead it's onto Mad. Mad is
Easy
going to
kill
be
on the line there. It was a very good snowball, dodging the impale on 2 heroes. Good. Resulting in a pretty free line kill. Wind Ranger? Nope. Not a debate. He's
Radiant's
actually going
bottom
BKB.
tower
The
is
Javelin
under
has been
attack.
lost. No Maelstrom for him.
tower is under attack.
Makes enough sense though, right? The javelin gives you enough bonus damage. The BKB is going to make it so nobody can really kill you. Seems to make enough sense here for Leostyle.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah,
tower
it's mostly
is
because
under
of what I
attack.
said before. That the Storm with Orchid really just kills you if you don't have a
structures are
BKB.
fortified.
So it makes a lot of sense. I like this item build quite a bit. It doesn't let you scale as well, but at least you're going to be safe. Because in the end, it's still your AM that you want to protect the next phase is for.
That mid lane, Frank goes in for a casual swatch. The P looking pretty happy to just spend some time farming, and Aster, of course, are going to pretty much replicate the same. I mean, Monet is nowhere near the Battle Fury yet either, so you want to spend that time on the troll. Just make sure you get that farm up.
Both carries actually quite underfarmed here. Big winner so far is really the Wind Ranger, sitting at 6k net worth. Very well for himself. Storm struggling quite a bit.
Mid lane again.
Rolling
Rolling Thunder indeed. Thank you for that, Mr. Black. I do love your sound effect. Mid T1.
That's another free T1 tower. I say another first free T1 tower for the Wind Ranger as well. He's coming very close to the BKB here. Only needs 800 gold for that. After that, they pretty much only have access to go through it.
A very tough scenario for the side of Aster. Once that timing is up for Leo, and he found a DD rune to bird. This is going to be very painful now. Leo, anytime he wants with that DD rune, he's going to be able to just find a pick off, maybe even two. He gets the lockdown. It's a matter of who he wants to go for.
A lot of damage coming out from his Wind Ranger. Can he still kill it? That's also a question over that bit. Diving to Phoenix here, but he has egg.
An easy kill for XXS. Now rotations are there. Frank washing LaNm, shackles out, doesn't really latch, but they get the kill instantly. Leo unstoppable now as they go for more than a great help from that. Wide out, but right onto the Pango. They will get the Frank in 2 moves. They want the tough, but a great chance. But blocked away now. XXS far. Focus fire around the shackles to lock him down. XXS needs some help, but they've got the control.
You were so damn dead, I'd shoot you again.
He's 7-1-1 now. This Wind Ranger looking very scary.
Is under attack.
BKB up in just 100 gold. Attack team focus fire combination way too strong. Coupled with the javelin.
Radiant's
Much
middle
damage coming
tower
out, and now
is under
AM
attack.
getting all the space in the world. Almost up to his Battle Fury. But of course, Troll is very close to his own as well.
The thing is though, as the troll, you can't really keep up with the AM, right? AM with that inbuilt mobility, just link around the map, split pushing lanes, farming neutral camps. The troll, it does farm fast with the Battle Fury, but obviously not as fast as this anti-mage.
It's gonna be tough, yeah, but the thing is, just how the matchup works, you need to be one item ahead of the troll as an anti-mage, because otherwise you're not gonna fight him like ever. If you ever get rooted, you're just pretty much dead. And it's just inherently a pretty damn bad matchup for an anti-mage, unfortunately.
That is fair.
And this Pangolin is actually really far behind the net worth. It's only at 3.5k, same net worth as a Tusk pretty much.
Yeah, Frank's had a tough game so far.
Snowball. Very deep.
Towards the north, MoOz. Leo gonna move in, shards out. They really enjoy going after Mad. Mad this time is gonna be able to get
Dire's
himself out.
courier has been killed.
Nice courier pick off.
Need.
Just one swipe is all it takes. Chopping some onions.
With that,
Dire's
Neon's now
top
just
tower
gonna
is under
keep
attack.
farming up, and Battle Fury is there. Yasha gonna be farmed up now. Look at Monet, still trying to get that Battle Fury up himself. Almost has it. Getting close enough. They're gonna start the push. Rolling Thunder though has been committed by a Pango Frank.
Dire's top tower
Go right up to LaNm. On the left side, they started on the green side. Yeah, he's gonna come out and try. Wide out. He's gonna try and focus it down on MoOz. He's gonna try and protect. It's not gonna be enough. Just get another. Now gonna be targeted. Big White out. The damage from Lenos kills off White Album. They do still get Leostyle. LaNm, he's the one on a triple.
Yeah, the +5 DP, we've seen it time and time again. It's not a hero that you can just kill easily, and this exorcism is just dealing so much damage. Out of all heroes in that team fight, DP actually dealt the most damage from the Dire side. Like, how silly is that? Coming out from your +5. And that's exactly why DP is being picked in first place pretty much every game or banned. Ridiculous amount of damage up front.
It is rather.
Tis mine.
I do agree. Pretty ridiculous. Top lane,
Radiant's bottom
Frankie,
tower is under attack.
wraparound. Mad. The head, Frank trying to shoot this one out with the fog. Isn't going to get away. Zips right in, and Mad will take it.
I'm over here.
Nice little rotation there from Mad on the line.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now, White Album to get that Orchid timing a little bit faster. I say that it has been a little bit late. Still bot lane. MJZ waits for the Icarus stop time. Does get away, and now here comes Leo. He wants the focus fire into the shackle, but does he have the damage output this time? He won't have a DD rune, but he will have a MoOz. So go in after this Timber with no mana left, but XXS, he is still a very tanky boy. It's coming slowly. Now shot out now. XXS has in his back. MoOz, he'll just take it with the mana void.
And one of the better heroes against Timbersaw as well. Sitting at like 0 out of 1200 mana. So like he has a lot of really good mana void targets this game. DP, Storm, Timbersaw, potentially even Lion, but he's never really low on mana to begin with. And he's a hero that can take over this game. He has some good matchups, but he has to be very careful. If he ever gets caught up by a Silence or Hex, he'll be in trouble.
13-8. 1 Kano worth lead for Thunder Predator. Leo has gone back for the Maelstrom now, by the way. Needs that Mithril Hammer up, but is very close. We'll have it after this creep wave.
Yeah, just the most efficient damage item you can get for that price, as well as your scaling tool. Helps you clear creep waves. Creep cancel much faster. Up by 4 here, excluding the AM.
Predator. It's down. Get away.
Dire are scanning.
So they are heading down towards that T1 bot tower
Radiant's
again.
bottom tower is under attack.
Exorcism is unless
Radiant's
we haven't seen how much
structures
damage he
are
dealt last fight.
Dire's middle tower
Did.
is under attack.
He's gonna hold the triangle in fact. Leo's found another double damager. You go pick that up
Last
instead.
Maelstrom as well. It's gonna be a lot
Radiant's
of
bottom
damage
tower,
coming out from
Radiant's
the
bottom
keep
tower
fight.
has fallen.
Or potentially even Roshan. Great for
Dire's
Roshan.
top tower is under
To see if
attack.
Aster can slip it out.
You're not going
Or if even
anywhere.
the time. If they slip it out.
Focus fire and the double damage. It's a very quick process. Of course, the tag team then moves as well. On now, 18.5 minutes in, Leo will take it.
Yep. Yo is the guy that
Radiant's
will be in the
bottom
fight right now,
tower is
and
under
still wants to
attack.
split push, so it makes a lot of sense that the AM does not get the
Dire's
Aegis.
top
Good
tower
check,
is
but
under
not totally fire.
Got man up. They have the damage.
Radiant's bottom
And rides the
tower
rib
is under
cage, well, I
attack.
guess he doesn't really have one. What did he punch?
They are going to go in onto MoOz. That's a big pick-off. They got the Orchid. They'll get the
Radiant's
kill.
bottom
One
tower
album.
is under
You're
attack.
no fun
Use
at
it
all.
immediately.
That's kind of what we were hinting at. You know, pre-Leostyle, Storm is a really good hero against anti-mage.
How far is the Manta though? He needs just about 1,000 gold. He's not actually too far off it.
This death,
Radiant's
though, setting him
bottom
back quite a
tower
bit.
is under attack.
Would have probably had it by now if he didn't die there. Fortunate death, but still stomachable, I'm sure. Even an English word. Who knows? We're creating our own.
Under P. Moving at that side triangle again. Meanwhile, XXS just split pushing the bot lane. Monet hanging around him. But mid lane, they're looking at LaNm.
Radiant's bottom
He's an
tower
important
is
killer
under
in team
attack.
fights. He needs to be taken out. Like, he's not very tanky, but he deals a ton of damage. So this is really the main focus here of the Radiant, as well as the Lion, really. We will need a fast MKB from the Scroll, maybe even right up to the BKB. Otherwise, this Wind Ranger, who's now going for Magnum Scepter, is not going to die. Maybe Maybe even Bloodthorn on the Storm, you know? But they need one way. Pierce that evasion.
Certainly agree with that. Monet, for now, he just wants the BKB up to be able to actually get involved in these team fights. Top lane, Matt. Playing with
Very
fire.
aggressive
They
here.
know he's around there. Yeah, they'll make the jump in. He's still hiding, but now they'll see him. Catch that creep wave. Icarus dive through, Matt. Can you really juke them out? No, he cannot.
Such sorcery
I'd
shall
almost say
not prevail.
Matt is a bit mad that he did that.
Oh,
Ha.
any XDs in the chat? Any XDs? Fire Leo. Nice shackle. They've got
Dire's
LaNm.
top tower is under attack.
How sad.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
Still going very well. Like,
structures are
Aster, they
fortified.
haven't really found their timing at all yet with this draft. It just feels like Monet, before that BKB, he just can't really do anything.
Dire's top tower
And his
is
team
under
doesn't
attack.
really want to play without him, it seems like. His bot lane now, XXS. Again,
Radiant's bottom
to
tower
be chased
is
down.
under attack.
Chants are on target.
Dire's top tower is under
MoOz
attack.
actually blinks right up to the high ground to get a D-ward off instead. More XXS away from that bot lane, at least for a bit.
Now it's gonna be really hard to catch his aim with that Manta style. No blink online yet. He's really the only one that can initiate on him. Said Troll does not feel comfortable fight without his BKB. He will have it in 600 gold, but even then, his Wind Ranger can make quick sushi out of this Troll.
He's got Frank. Unray will be enough. That Xenon, he jumped in.
Dire's
Chat
middle
was
tower
again out.
is under attack.
Mad. He gets the Lion kill.
Radiant's bottom
And
tower
immediately
is
they are
under
into
attack.
the T2 tower. Feeling very confident with that Mad to pick up from MoOz. I don't blame them.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Power spike, they make no
Radiant's
use of it.
bottom
Of course,
tower
the ages
is
of
under
Wind
attack.
Ranger. Still a big
Success.
problem for
What's
Aster
the
as well.
BKB?
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
10-second BKB charge gone now for XXS.
I mean, BKB on Timber anyways is not an item you usually see. I love it this game though. Against both AM as well. As the Pangolian Wind Ranger makes a ton of sense. Maybe will even help him to kill that egg. High pressure situation.
Perhaps. Start. Looking up in that mid lane, I don't see any smokes on anyone. One in LaNm's backpack. They aren't going to commit yet.
MoOz
Success.
scouts him out.
Gets the high ground. MoOz is being very patient.
He has no
Get the
BKB right now.
His team.
But
He does not, but they
They're
won't
patient.
initiate.
patient youngster. Oftentimes patience is your best weapon. My advice for all the young people down there.
Saying to me, were you calling me youngster, Mr. Black?
No.
Okay.
You're an ancient man. Both in Dota and in age.
Yeah. It's all over for me. My time's up.
Yeah.
MoOz. Yeah. Leo. Down to the bot lane. Monet is hanging around.
You have to be careful here.
Gonna be there too. And he does. It's a very kind of deep farming area for Monet. Just dive out. Sunray now. They are trying to chase him down. Shackles off the land. It's the hold it. Monet will get focused by him. He pops his own BKB. Man, he gets the X off with the Earth Spike. Monet just looks wrong with his BKB. Poor old man has been caught again, but they want that as well. They want that DP off the side. It's a lot of damage on MoOz, but he won't mind them now. They get the kills to on the machine. They'll get another. MJZ's gone. White out. How much does he get done? On the frame. And the hex out. They'll be able to get MoOz. Get the AM. That's how they kite that very well.
They do. They outplay Thunder Predator quite a bit here, and you can just see this AM. If he ever blinks in on the troll, he pops his ult, his aim is just gone from this game. Like, he needs to make sure he cuts the backline rather than blinking on top of the troll, because it's very risky. Like, if you ever get rooted, you're just gone.
Holding down one album. Zip away, Leostyle prevents the shackle, but now the hex is there, Matt. Trying to prevent the snowball in from MoOz to save the day, but not for long. They still got Leostyle, and now they've got Jerry on top. They found the task. White Album will take both kills for himself.
Stupendous! Need to way too deep here, giving away 2 more freebies. Need to be careful here. Aster recovered quite well. They're now 2k ahead. Previously, Thunder Predator was at 3k. As I said, like this troll is going to be a big problem soon. Once he gets up all his items here, what's going next for the basher, his aim will not be able to touch him anymore. It's only the mid-range that can deal with him at this point.
That's going to be very effective. The MoOz. They're hanging around that mid-T1, trying to maybe defend, but it'll be way too late for that. Aster more than happy to back off. They got what they came for.
AM building into an abyssal though. Once that's up, you could be very efficient at taking out the back line. Even this Storm did not choose to itemize for a Lincoln Sphere, so the Abyssal Blade is going to be very effective against him as well. Ranger, finished LaNm Scepter, is pretty much immune now to the Troll Warlock.
Menzi, that's position. He will actually flick the other way. Leo is making his way up. They want to find Leo going straight in onto the land. And the front is out. There's no need on the wall. And that lock him down. They get it again. Jackal focus fire onto LaNm. Leaves the DBs that come and Aster. They definitely want to fight now. MoOz trying to snowball, but it's not looking great for him. White Album.
Now that's triple kill for White Album.
Storm.
That's the second fight in a row where he got one. He's getting absolutely massive. AM dying again. Pretty out of position
Dire's
there.
middle tower is under
And
attack.
suddenly Troll overtook him in the net worth chart.
Real big problems here for Thunder Predator. What do you think they need to do? I mean, you look at that graph. That is, that's a large dip. You think they need to calm down a bit, Thunder P?
Calm down for sure, but you know it might not be like smart team fight anymore at this point.
Radiant's
they have
top
a lot of
tower is
potential
under
for pickup
attack.
here. With that blink dagger on the
Radiant
tusk.
structures are
See AM getting
fortified.
hexed out of position. Just gets absolutely blown up. Good zipping by the Storm. And
Radiant's
the
top
very
tower
good
has fallen.
initiation here. And all they lose is
Dire's
a DP.
bottom tower is under attack.
They gladly take it any day
Radiant's
of the
courier
week.
has been killed.
It kind of goes back to what you were talking about, Black. You did mention you'd rather see the AM not kind of blink in first, but just wait it out a bit and go into the back lines. But it does seem like the last two team fights, MoOz has the first
Dire's
one in
bottom
with that
tower
thing.
is
It always kind of they go in again. Frank now getting very low. They've already got Leostyle. He disappears off the X. They go MJD. He will survive. That's going to be a free Roshan for Aster.
Yeah. It's just, we have seen quite a bit of AM games tournament where AM just feels like non-factor. And then at the start, like, he doesn't have the greatest core matchups here other than Storm. So he's struggling quite a bit.
Immortality
Even though he
is
had a pretty free
mine.
game. AM is not a hero that can really play from behind, and now he's behind the Troll, who is already a counter matchup.
White Album, I mean, he went for this grittier build-up, going into the LaNm Scepter, but it's going to work out at this rate, the way things are going. Very influential.
I'm a little bit
here from White
concerned
Album.
also for the Wind Ranger here. He had a magnificent game earlier on, right? But the last 2 or 3 team fights, he couldn't really do a whole lot. You know, it's his LaNm Scepter, his focus fire is getting interrupted quite nicely, and he just can't stay on a target.
Massive problem here. And Aster looking very good for game 1. May going back for the Basher. He actually chose to go for the SNY first. Makes enough sense. Basher just seemingly unnecessary at the moment.
Yeah,
Even has that paladin sword you love to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, this Troll is gonna be an absolute nightmare to deal with. With the Saint Joshua and it's soon to be the Basher on top of that.
Haste!
Once he gets to this play,
Found out that the other stuff it anyway. White Album, who he's going for third. Warren punches him down. So BKB and zip away. Frank trying to get a rolling thunder out. Going in again. And then forced BKB himself.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He did not find the initiation, Aster. Back off, get a reset, and maybe go back next time.
Pos 5 DP
Tis
actually
mine.
finished. BKB already. Silly. Early triple kill really set him off to a very good start. And now, it kind of feels DP is another core, you know? I just blow him up, and he's gonna deal a ton of damage in team fights too.
do about this Thunder T? I mean, it's 7K worth of the net worth deficit now for this Radiant side. Aster really giving it to him so far.
Feels like as though they have too many targets to focus. They need to kill the Storm, they need to kill the DP, they need to kill the Troll, the Lion. Like, they're all priority targets, but you have to choose. You only have so many abilities to really go through all of them.
Oh, they're still smoked up as 3.
AM picked up a BKB
Across
now.
the map.
Dusk is always ready.
I think the timing, he's going to have it in time for this team fight when it does break out. Smoke will break it. We'll break it on XXN. Sunray already out. Now everything is in. Nothing is. That is the safest way to do it, but he does throw one up. XXN is gone. Monet would not hold down the AM. Himself and White Album will get in right back up that angle.
But he's all alone, his team left.
He is not dying.
Okay, he had enough man to get out. Slight miscommunication there, it looked like. His entire team was disengaging while he was zipping in. But he ended up not going down. No flame from us.
Indeed. Still
You started AM,
very
though,
confident
right?
smoker.
As soon as he popped Battle Trance, AM died like in a matter of seconds. Well, it didn't really die. He had to leave the fight in like 1 second, even though he popped BKB. And now Destroy as a basher. So next time you get a lucky bash, his AM is gone.
It's a big problem. They really haven't found an answer. You haven't got any halberd carriers right now on the side of Thunder Predator. You haven't really got anything else to stop him apart from the shackles, the snowballs, maybe even the rolling thunder. Really nothing in the way of just directly countering the troll.
Yeah, at least through his BKB. The only thing they have is a punch right now. I would love to maybe see Aghanim Scepter at some point on his tusk, just to kind of pick away the troll during his BKB. Because once this troll BKB is down, they will have quite an abundance of ways of dealing with him. Another big smoke up here.
It's 5. Move
Aghanim Scepter picked up on the storm.
Over here.
Back around with the Warren Punch, rolling thunder going on. Monet, BKB Battle Trance, not really doing too much, but he does at least kill off the task. They'll get moves, but that's about it. Not quite what they wanted.
Top 4 traded here. And yeah, he was hoping for a lucky bash on the anti-mage with the Battle Trance. Did not happen. So it looked a bit silly running after the Pango there. Not far enough out of position to be able to take him down by Thunder Predator here. Going into the MKB next on Troll. So he just wants to be able to kill that Ranger. Who is really the biggest problem for him? Like, once the Wind Ranger is gone, this Troll will be the king of the game.
You are getting to that point though where you're going to have the Abyssal Blade on MoOz, and he's getting fairly close. In fact, DP it over to the triangle again. I'm pretty sure he wants to pick up the Vanguard to finish it off, and there you go. And that could be somewhat problematic for this troll.
Definitely. I mean, he's gonna focus on killing the supports and the Storm first, but the Troll will definitely have a lot more problems now.
Gonna break the smoke, he gets it, but this is right back up. Get the silence.
He's out of mana.
And now, XXS. Tackle. Be there. Good LaNm, but the rolling thunder out from Frank. It's committed. They have already blown up. Leo is down the first, and Leo's gonna move in. Doesn't blow that up. That's it.
Died.
He's gonna make it.
Frank makes it out barely. Yeah, they had a little fight there on the side, the anti-mage versus Troll, which anti-mage did not look too happy with. Had to leave like a little puppy, tail between his legs.
Why would you say that, Black? Why would you compare the man to a little puppy?
Not the man, but the anti-mage. Ace of Troll.
Ah. What's your favorite hero, Black? Why would you do that?
It is my favorite hero, but no, that's also why I know that at this point in the game, there's not a whole lot you can do, unfortunately.
He's gonna mash out off.
So really, AM's job now is jump the back line, kill the line, potentially DP, maybe the Storm should get lucky, and leave the Troll to the Wind Ranger. Because otherwise, if if you ever fight them, you get bashed, and the backline is not dead, then your team is gonna pay the price for that.
Aster, I just feel like they just need to not make any mistakes. Things will go
Yeah, just
pretty
don't make any
smoothly
mistakes,
for them.
guys. That's how you win DotA.
How dare you? Moves. The move in, XXS change forward.
Troll, now the MKB. So Wind Ranger is in a lot of danger if he ever gets a couple turns.
Dire are scanning.
More damage on Monet to boot. Monet, does he want to wait for his own abyssal blade? It does feel like they are very strong. He has queued up the
I
abyssal.
have bunching for you.
It will all come down to the initiation. Like if Aster gets a really good storm initiation or line initiation, they'll take the fight quite easily, and vice versa. If they can burst the priority targets of Aster, the fight should be quite easy for Thunder Predator too. At this point, it's all about who goes first and on what target.
Wrap around the Naya jungle. Huh? I'm running some MoOz. He's gonna walk the other way. Smoke's not really gonna lead to much. Aster kind of hoping somebody goes to farm that top wave, but nobody's showing up.
Roshan, back in 20. Be the next point of contest. Tension, rather. Minos pushing out the bot lane to prepare for that.
Come and fight.
Tier 4 items also just arrived. They don't have a single one yet on the Radiant side. Need to farm up the Ancient. Need to get one.
Chip in, they are looking to blow up MJZ, and they do. Very quickly with that finger.
Oh, Spellsmith here right away. The best tier 4 item in the game found by Radiant. Slash the Pentash sword also for the AM. Getting some really good drops here.
Spell Prism is pretty nice to have for sure. They've given that over to Leostyle, so his cooldown much shorter, and with the Academic Scepter and 2 charges of Windrun, you can basically permanently Windrun now as Leostyle. The thing is, like you said, the MKB is already up for Monet, so it's not going to have as much impact as it used to. Aster. Get out the Roche, shards, lock Roshan in.
Smoke up here.
They want to take a fight. Couriers are going to scan out the
All the
pits.
couriers
They
are coming
can't
in.
Start the Roshan again. Every single one. XS came forward on the flank. They'd love to get started with this Tango. He does have an Aeon disc now. Get it.
Down through the Aeon disc.
Radiant's turret has been killed.
Holding Sanda.
Immediately in onto the troll. Monet is quickly out of mana. He's going to try and fight for the snowball. Then they have to go. They will kill Monet. Troll is gone. And makes it happen. Now one out. He's trying to turn this one around. LaNm already falling low. They're trying to get flanked. Back up the AM, but LaNm is going to die.
Is that it?
The Predator, they want more.
You
They
were so
see
damn
it.
damaged.
Wait,
It's going to be just
Jace.
fine, but the Roshan's the way of the Radiant.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Super
attack.
fast rolls as well. And as you said, it's all about initiation. Jump the troll before he gets BKB off. Get blown up immediately. Without troll, there's no way in hell he can win any fight. It was completely one-sided. I never expected the fight to go this bad. For DotA here. They have to be much more careful in positioning. Now, she's up.
Nature's power is mine.
Refresher.
Refresher shot. Probably for the Phoenix, potentially the Tangle here.
I think that was going to work out for Minos, but just draining the mana of Monet. He didn't even bother trying to pop his BKB. He had no mana. He had no way of recovering
Precious
that mana.
Yeah.
It was a very easy time as soon as Monet was dead.
Bounty.
I mean, as soon as Monet is dead, like half of the damage output is gone. Like DP is sure, but at this point, it's not really the DP that is the damage anymore. E-Blade now picked up on the anti-mage, just to make sure you can kite control a little bit. I like it quite a bit. Now the
Dyer's
Daedalus
top
on
tower
AM,
is under attack.
bringing out all the strange
Dyer's
items.
structures are
Where'd I
fortified.
go?
See, MoOz's builds, but Black's approved. Always good.
Of course,
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
every build is good on enemy. There's no bad item on him. Don't add me though.
That is Frank. The Hound is gonna save it. But he's still fast. Jump in immediately onto the storm. Leo's just trying to get the biggest target. He won't find the one out here. Exit is trying to save the day. Frank rolls through. Leo's he's quite low.
Radiant's
Through
turret
the agency. Monet. Slide there from Leo. That'll be enough. Faster they do
fight.
get the Aegis Blade.
Yeah,
And,
very
that'll be enough for
important
them.
Aegis. Next time, Am dies again, he won't have that. So definitely a very good fight here for Aster.
I have
They have to make
for you.
they have to make absolutely sure that this troll is protected. He needs to get his BKB
Dyer's
off, he needs to get his
bottom
battle trance
tower
off
is under
in
attack.
order for them to win any sort of fight here. Have you seen
Dyer's
that Wind
bottom
Ranger
tower
with
has fallen.
Shadow Blade as well? He had like something silly, close to 900 MS. He was speeding around like a madman.
900.
Yeah,
Seems,
very
seems
balanced.
very balanced.
I know. Maybe he'll do it again.
Hope so.
Oh, there it is. Oh, he didn't win run. Disappointing. I'm sure we'll get to see it again. Time is great. Up to
Four
the
items
storm.
now pop up.
Dyer's bottom
Perfect.
tower is under attack.
Aster still very patient. Monet very close to the Abyssal Blade, but it will leave with no buyback roll. He does buy it out now.
I think
Dyer's
you just go all in.
structures are fortified.
You need to have the Abyssal Blade for fighting power. You need to be able to jump on top of the Wind Ranger. He's a big problem. You're pretty much the only thing to deal with it. And this pop. With that flamethrower. It's such a weird addition. He just like start burning trees.
And they're just hiding us around this beam fight. Lean forward, XXS still wants to fight, but the start is there. Running very low on mana now. LaNm pays down MoOz. The Glimmer, however, save the day and MoOz is not done. Trying to find the target. There's the egg now out. 8 by the AM. And the shackles on LaNm is going to mean he's gone.
You deserve it.
They want to keep going. Can't blame them.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
Can't say anything. Not a really well executed team by Thunder Predator here. Finding it Storm without Lincoln Sphere. Like, you need a Lincoln Sphere as Storm against an enemy. Which pretty much every game, but he chose not to go for. Has it queued up now, but it's probably a bit too late. Gets caught up before his BKB. And just completely blows him up. That's why that's considered one of the better matchups.
What can I do in return?
Such a tough game for Aster. Win from this point on here. They just have so much mobility on Radiant. Literally every hero of theirs has at least one mobility spell. Jumping in.
Again, MoOz just going straight up the line. Look at the dagger on Monet, but he's got at least the root out, but it's not enough. Monet's gone. He's trying to trade up to XXS. They're trying to keep on MoOz, but he's just not dying. He's right out of there. Shackles not gonna laugh. They have so many shots to play. XXS still being baited towards the AM. I guess he really has no choice. He'll just die. And Thunder Predator is suddenly going high ground. Unless White Albert
Dyer's
make a
middle
miracle
tower
happen,
is
but
under attack.
White Hart by himself.
Dyer's middle tower
Now
has
has
fallen.
unstoppable territory. And he's going wait for the default. Now he has to buy back right away.
It's a buyback. All the way down the storm.
No buyback.
It was an act of charity.
Oh boy,
Might
White
be
Albert.
GG here.
It may just be 2 versus 5. At
Dyer's
least
middle
46
barracks are
hundred
under
man
attack.
back up on the line at least.
Dyer's middle
Predator,
barracks
they're gonna play it
has fallen.
safe. They'll try to go for the Megas.
This time not going
Dyer's
wrong.
bottom tower is under
And
attack.
there's nothing those two heroes can do by
Dyer's bottom
themselves.
tower has
They'll just have to watch and see if they step up like a little bit too far. Am is gonna jump them with the missile blade. They're gone. Stay back, guys. Stay back. Maybe we'll get one more chance at this game.
Very careful, Aster. To watch their buildings just all their eyes. Very tough stuff.
Dire's top barracks are under
No
attack.
chance of being able to defend this final lane of barracks.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Ranger is too big,
Dire's top
and the Ranger
barracks
is
has
too
fallen.
big.
The Radiant now have Mega Knight.
Wait for Aster to stop them at this point. Like, it's just much easier for Thunder Predator to find a good initiation, because as I said, like, all of the heroes have some sort of mobility. It's very hard for heroes like LaNm and Timbersaw, even Death Prophet to really be able to do a whole lot about it.
What do you do if you Aster?
Faster.
You get back into this game now. How do you come back to the menu? They hold that door. They're gonna go in. On the time, he'll survive. Dino, bitch. He's by himself. Thinking he's the guy. Laser, put your hopes over Leostyle. He's already got LaNm. He committed.
Perhaps now we'll find peace.
25%
the
cooldown
Wind
reduction
Waker out.
talent, by the way, plus spell prism.
You're not
Focus
going
fire on
anywhere.
18 seconds cooldown. Sounds good.
Oh. That makes enough sense. It's like you're just right-clicking, right? But
Yeah,
at
same
max
thing.
attack speed.
Yeah, I mean, why not? 400% attack speed boost permanently? That sounds pretty good.
Like value to me.
Still
Props to
quite
Frank, by the
defensive
way.
here on the Predator. Perhaps waiting for the next Roche?
Nuts. Or just waiting for an opening.
I am punching.
Still very
Running in
respectful.
circles here. It's like the vultures, you know, circling around you. For attacks, running around the base, left and right.
Look at
up
Frank.
and down.
Look at Frank showing off his Wind Waker.
Taunting a little bit, yeah.
Bounty.
Mental warfare is half the battle. If you're inside the head,
It's that's good.
Very important
Frank,
move.
sure. Aster.
You're not going anywhere.
Thank you very much for the sound check against LaNm. Very surprised
My
nobody's
pleasure.
reached out to give you a new job in, you know, some kind of sound effects.
perhaps they have.
Very talented.
But I'm on
Oh, they have.
non-disclosure agreement here, so sorry. Close any information. We have to
Can't
wait
wait
and
to hear the
see.
announcement. Will the vultures continue to circle the Dire base? So they will hold for now. It's hard to imagine any game-changing items here. Like Monet, he's trying to go for a satanic, but it doesn't really feel good enough.
It does not. If you're behind 26k, like you need some sort of rapier full of items. I feel like satanic, sure, sounds good on paper, you need some lifesteal, but in reality, really, like you need to kill people as soon as you get on top of them, and only a rapier helps you do that. Yeah,
Is
as
that
you said,
Roshan?
You weren't so damn
see
dead, I'd
much,
shoot you again. You're
that
not
Aster
going
can really
anywhere.
itemize into here. Help them a whole lot. Just the Lincoln here on Storm would be a really big pickup. I don't think he can pass 2,000 gold in the next 2 minutes. And now the next Roshan has everything. Aegis, Cheese, Axe, Wrecker Shot.
Immortality!
Tusk. Alright, I love it. Yeah, now he has to kick. Throw BKBs, focuses the target.
Not so
Give away.
wicked now.
Right where it hurts. And we all know where that is.
Very black.
You have to find out yourself. I can show you when we meet.
Wake up, Thunder Predator. Go in, XXS is the only one on the front line. Maybe go back, left line, he's there on the AM, maybe down the control, but no.
Waker.
With Wake Up. Wait the day, now Leostyle with the post fire onto XXS. Rolling for the committed by Frank. Forcing the BK ease out from Aster. You know, just very, very confidently to go on the map, down the water. Here we go, nice. There he goes, like the snowball.
does multiple Wind Waker